Genevieve's going to keep raking. I'm going to do some talking. We are working on a small food plot here. This is what you might remember as being the in the woods staging food plot, the ridge staging food plot. If you look down there, the bottom of this used to be a real nice clover plot. And if I have time, maybe I'll throw some pictures up here to show you how beautiful this looked in its heyday, in its glory. The problem, I have never shot a deer on this food plot, despite the fact that it looked really, really good. I'll show you some of my gear up here too. Let's go up here a little bit. Show you what we're doing. We're doing this all with hand tools, and there's a reason for that. The reason we're doing this all with hand tools, and that reason is revealed in my new book, The Death by Bunjie Crossbow Story. You should read that book. If you haven't already ordered it, it's on Amazon.com. You're going to hear a lot about that book during Crossbow Appreciation Month, and I kind of apologize in advance for that. But I think it's a good book. If you're a crossbow hunter, if you're into this stuff, you are going to love that book. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I'm bragging a little bit, but I really do think it turned out really nice. I am really happy with it. But the reason we're using hand tools is revealed in that book, and I will show you what we're doing. That is 4 gallons of water in a nice clean sprayer. That sprayer is the one I use for Jolt fertilizer and foliar fertilizer, stuff like that. I don't use that for pesticides or anything like that. I have 3 or 4 different sprayers for different projects, for different products that I would put in it. We sprayed this previously with a different sprayer with glyphosate, and it killed off the upper end of this real nice. Kind of ran out before I got to the bottom though. Didn't really plan it right. But as for what we're planting, some of you are going to be like, what in the world are you planting that for? But some of you will be like, oh yeah, all right. This is No Sweat from Antler King. No Sweat, No Till plot mix. And I know that Don Mealy right now is shaking his head. Oh, no till. Well, it's a hand done plot. It's all done with hand tools. And I use the weed whacker to clear it off. I got it started each time. That's a real accomplishment for me. Weed whackers and I don't get along. But she's gone through and raked it real good. About halfway done with that. I'm going to help her with that. I'm going to use a pitchfork to lift some of that remaining duff off of there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to seed it with this. And then when we're done seeding it with that, we're going to come back and we're going to take the pitchfork. See the pitchfork right there. We're going to take that pitchfork and we're going to lift some of that stuff and just sprinkle it around on here after I put the water on it to hold that moisture in. We have had the driest of summers here in northeastern Pennsylvania. That's been crazy. I don't know how it is where you are and where you're practicing your food plottery, but here in northeastern Pennsylvania, it's been a doozy of a summer. It's been great because we haven't had rain. Anytime you want to do something outdoors, it's not raining. But man, the last few times I've gone outside, it's just like sucking the life right out of you. It's so hot. So hopefully we get some rain. There is rain coming up. Mark Borchert and I were talking on Facebook there. He's an old-time friend of Bunjie and been around since like 30 subscribers or something like that. He's been around a long time. Loves the apple trees, loves all that stuff. He is the one that's helping with the 100-year-old apple tree to regenerate that and keep it going. But he and I were talking. He's got some food plottery coming up this weekend as well. And we both were talking about how the weather, we haven't had rain ever, but man, this is the weekend because there's a chance of getting some really good rain this weekend. So between that and the 4 gallons in the backpack sprayer right there, we should have a decent shot at least of getting some rain in here, getting some water on these seeds to get them to germinate. And then they're on their own. These are pretty durable. It's mostly ryegrass. I get that. It's a cheapo blend. I'm rambling on long enough. I got to get back to work. Genevieve's probably thinking right now, like, what in the world is he doing? How come he's not helping me with this stuff? Hi, Genevieve.
Hi.
This kid's priceless. I hope you have someone as special as Genevieve to share your food plottery with, to share your crossbow hunting with. She is standing, by the way, next to the tree where we are going to put in a mock scrape, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we can shoot a big buck. Anyway, I'm going to get back to working the pitchfork here, and then we'll get some seed down. We put lime here before, by the way, and you can see the lime residue. Look at this. Ooh, how's that? See that lime residue? All of that. That stuff is soaked in. It was put down a month ago or so. And the nice thing about putting that stuff down in advance, the way I look at lime, it's pelletized lime. It takes a few weeks for that to really just start kicking, but it don't last real long. It only changes your pH for a short period of time. But guess what? I'm only growing stuff here for a short period of time. I'm not growing stuff here all year long. I'm growing this little bag of seed, or a third of it, and I'm growing it right now. You know, I want it to grow between now and October, And then I don't care what happens after that. This will be really huntable. That ryegrass, when it's fresh and new, they'll eat it in the earlier season sometimes, depending on what else is here. And to find out what else is here, you're going to have to check back here on Death by Bunjie. You're just going to have to come back. You're just going to have to do it. But I will tell you, there's a cornfield nearby that's going to pull deer from the whole county in here. And we might, up here, through that little clearing, right up there, there might be some apples. I don't know if you're excited about that, but man, I'm excited about it. I hope you're going to enjoy this Crossbow Appreciation Month, and I really do hope you'll check out my book. I know I keep talking about that, but man, you write a book, you get pretty excited about it. You get kind of proud of that, you know? So, and there's a lot of information in there that I really can't share on videos. It's not really video type stuff, but that's what books are for, right? All kinds of neat stuff. All hail Bunjie.